Hello everyone! Today I'm going to give you a brief virtual tour about the technology here at Scott Middle School. The people I interviewed are Rachel, who is a librarian here at Scott, and also a little bit of background, I work at Scott Middle School for the after school program, so two of my students graciously volunteered to give me some information. They are Ava and Landis, who are 6th and 7th graders at Scott. So we will dive in, and I will begin with telling you the questions I asked to Rachel. So number one is, has allowing students to use Chromebooks in class and for assignments benefited their learning and success in the classroom? Two, have there been any cases where technology has taken away from the students' learning or focus? Three, are teachers required to have training in how to use the technology? Four, do you find technology beneficial for all subject areas, such as math, FCS, and health? And finally, how are technology and software updated? How often are they? So, with students and technology, I found it easiest to compare her answers with a balance. So we will start with the positives that Rachel had to say. So she said that a big proponent was that it teaches the students responsibility. They are responsible for the Chromebooks they are given, and they make sure there is no damage caused to them. They make it to and from school safely, soundly, and they take care of them. As for assignments, it's great for submitting and completing them. And they do these through platforms such as Google Classroom, Google Drive, Google Docs. It just helps with collaboration outside the classroom walls and allows these students to bring their assignments with them without so much baggage. However, there are some negatives. Rachel emphasized the fact that students are very sneaky. They find ways to play games and listen to music, as well as access banned sites, which I'm not sure how is possible, but let's face it, they're a lot smarter than me. So we see there are problems, but how do we address these? So I asked Rachel, and we talked about some solutions to these problems. And she told me about this software called Hapara, and it is, quote, online software that monitors computers and teachers can see in real time what students are accessing. And I just think this is amazing because this teacher doesn't have to worry about what the students are doing. She can teach his or her lesson with no harm, and she can see exactly what they're doing, and if they're off task, she can get them right back on. So another similar idea is Focus Browse, and this allows the teacher to focus the computer, all the students' computers on one specific website, and they can't go anywhere else, which is also similar to screen locking, where the teacher can focus the computer on just one page. So whatever the teacher is seeing is what all the students are broadcasted and can see as well. Another solution would be technology training, and she touched on this. I asked what training was available right now, and she said that certain teachers are required subject-specific training, so math teachers would learn something different than a science teacher or a language arts teacher. As for professional training, Flex would be that optional professional training to learn more about all the technology implemented in schools. And finally, all in all training is highly recommended, especially when new technology comes out and is introduced into the classroom. My fourth question asked about classes and class-specific ways to integrate technology. She said that FCS and Health are doing a great job of this. They already have a research unit where they just use the Chromebooks, and it's great. Language arts, I kind of mentioned this before, but they use the Chromebooks to write papers and stories and read books. Social studies can do research. Her only concern was math, which happens to be my subject area, so hopefully her, I, and all of our other fellow teachers can figure out a way to implement technology in a math classroom to make math more fun and interactive for the students. My final question addressed technology and how often it's updated, as well as the software. She said that teachers kind of update it as a need with their MacBook Airs, their iPads, and the projectors. And the projectors are something that every teacher uses, and while they're a pain in the butt most of the time, I think it'd be cool to, it's great with what they can do with them, but if we could find a new technology that could replace projectors and make it more easy on the teachers and students, I think that'd be really great. But anyways, My final slides will touch on what Landis and Ava had to say. So Ava said that overall she thinks they're kind of nuisances just with the fact that many students do get distracted and play games. However, they are nice for the DCA tests and papers they do. DCA tests are taken in math and I think a couple other subject areas. But overall, she did say back to the nuisances that teachers can view the student's screen, which helps with the distractions. Landis had a lot of negative comments, actually. He was neutral toward the question on how he thought Chromebooks were in the classroom, but he mainly said that they were using as distractions. So possibly if the teachers could use more things like Kapara and focus browse, then maybe the lessons could go more smoothly and the students would be more engaged. Overall, I think technology is a great thing in the classroom. I love the idea of Chromebooks and the fact that every student can get one since we had nothing like that when I went to school. But I look forward to the future and hope that this gave you a little glimpse into what it's like now.